Unfortunately, my internet is out and I can't edit some new mystery shopping videos, but here are some flashes from the past of stories when I was a restaurant owner. This is a good one. Have you ever been held hostage by Spork Point? Well, enjoy this story. Miss Cripsy had a spork a few inches away from my employee's neck. Back in 2012, I had two restaurants called Wingnuts. I had one in Lexington and Columbia, South Carolina. There was never a day that went by that there was not some kind of drama, and this day was no different. I happened to be working at the Lexington location. I was in the office doing paperwork at lunchtime when I hear one of my cashiers scream at the top of his lungs that Miss Cripsy was here. Yes, Miss Cripsy got her reputation and her nickname because every time she came in to pick up her order, it was never correct. And when I say never correct, it was never crispy enough for her. We sold wings, 100 different flavors of wings, and she always got the exact same flavor every single time, but always complained that, sorry, my GPS, she always complained that the wings were not crispy enough for her liking. And to make them to her liking, they would be like a nanosecond away from being burnt in the fryer. Like, that's how crispy she wanted her wings. Well, it was a very hard thing to do to get the wings exactly where she wanted before they were completely toast and unedible. So she was just a problem customer all the time. Well, all of us employees, including myself, we always referred to her as Miss Cripsy. It was wrong. I don't care. We had to make humor and get through the day just like everyone else, and that was her nickname with us. I never in a million years thought one of my employees would be so dumb to scream in the lobby that Miss Cripsy had arrived. Well, Miss Cripsy did arrive, and Miss Cripsy heard that she was Miss Cripsy and lunged at my employee from over the counter and was threatening to stab him in the neck with a spork. So I had to come out and do damage control because I hear, "Who the hell you calling Miss Cripsy, you punk?" And I came around the corner and I saw Miss Cripsy having my employee by his shirt like this with a spork next to his neck just by a couple inches, threatening to take him out with a spork. I was able to calm her down and get my employee in the back, and I gave her her order. Of course, it wasn't right because it wasn't as crispy as she wanted it. We always had to remake her order at least 2 times, and I was just at wit's end with her and what just happened, and I told her to her face that she just was no longer welcome in my restaurant because we were unable to please her. And I just did not want to keep disappointing her. I had to, put the blame on myself. But that was a very interesting day. Yeah, and I have plenty of other stories. Some of them I've already posted. But for those of you that don't know, yes, I was a restaurant owner. And that's also why I do mystery shopping. So, yeah.